Hello viewers, today I will help you to make this beautiful dress that can fit a baby girl who is 4 to 8 months. And when doing this work, you need this yarn, which is baby yarn, 100% acrylic. Then you need a crochet or a hook, which is 5 millimeters in size. You need some markers for them, especially for this area of the arm or when making the armhole. You will also need a hook for fixing the belt and also fixing this lace here at the back, which is playing the role of the buttons. You also need some scissors to cut the yarn where necessary. Now, this work can also be done by learners who are in grade 3 to 5 or and above, and it can take a very short time to do the work. And before I forget, you need 2 yarns to do this work or to finish up the dress. So welcome to my tutorial and kindly do subscribe. We start our project by making a slip knot. Then from there we chain 96. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Continue and make 96 chains. Okay, we have made the 96 chains. Now we are going to put a mark in our last chain. Then from there, I'll show you what you are going to do. After putting the mark in the last chain, remember we don't count the one in the hook. We are going to make 4 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we make a treble crochet in the chain that is having the mark, and we remove the mark. So we are making a treble crochet, and that is what we get. From there we chain 1 and skip 1 stitch, go to the next stitch and make a double crochet. Make a double crochet in the next stitch. Then after making a double crochet, you make chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and make a double crochet in the next chain. Then from there you chain 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make a double crochet in the next chain, and basically this is how you continue until we approach the last 3 chains. That is when we are going to change a bit. So we make again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make a double crochet in the next stitch. Continue working until the end of the round. Okay, we've come or approached the end of the round. This is what we have for our project. So we are going to do the last 3 stitches and then we turn. So what we are going to do here is we will chain 1, then from there we put a treble crochet and skip 1 stitch chain, put a treble crochet in the last 2 stitches or chains. Then from there we chain 3 and turn. 1, 2, 3, turn our work, put and double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, put and double crochet in the next stitch, then we chain 1 and put and double crochet in the loop. So we will be chaining 1 and then we put and double crochet in the loops of that we made earlier. Chain 1, put and double crochet in the loops. Now these are our loops. We are going to put in double crochet in each of them, 1 double crochet after chaining 1. So we chain 1 again, chain 1, then continue working, chain 1, I should follow in order, don't skip any. So this is what we are getting, so we continue working until the end of the round. Okay, we finished the round where we were putting double crochet, so we will do the last bit and then turn our work, turn double crochet, chain 1, chain 1, and then come here, put and double crochet in this stitch, then a last double crochet on top of the third chain, the fourth chain that we made here. And from there we are going to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, turn our work, put a treble crochet in the chain that follows. Do note that when we are doing the row of double crochet plain, we are not putting any treble crochet, but when we come to the other row where we are chaining 5, we are starting with treble crochet in the first 2 stitches, then you chain 1, and then from there here you chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, put a double crochet, the double crochet that we made earlier, then chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, put a double crochet in the next double crochet this was made earlier. So you can see what we are getting, and we will continue this way until the end of the round. And once you finish this round, you come back again putting double crochet, you chain 1 and then you put a double crochet on every loop. In other ones, you repeat this row. So once you are through with this row, repeat second row. Continue working. I'll meet you when you are through with the 2 rows. We have finished the 2 rounds. So what we are going to do basically is to keep on repeating row 2 and row 1, row 2 and row 1 until when the yoke will be enough. So continue working and make around 4 rows. Then we are going to meet and start make the arm openings. So we get started as chain 1, 2, 3, 4, turn your work. Remember this is the row where we are chaining 5, so we have to do treble crochet in the first 2 stitches and also at the end like that. Then here you put a double crochet after chaining 1, then you chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and continue just the way we've been doing until when the yoke will be enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So continue. When you come back, you come with this second row. Okay, our yoke is ready, And we can, as you can see, I have created the places where you create the armholes. In total, I have made 10 rounds starting from here up to this point. I have 10 rounds, and then I have, if we count them in terms of double crochet, I have 108 double crochet, and then the arms, the two arms opening, I've taken 28, 28, which is 56. Then the back has taken 26 and the front 26. So you start working and create the armholes before we go to the main part of the dress. Now, to connect our work, we are not going backward again. We are going to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So our middle chain is chain number 3. So we connect our work here with a slip stitch. Now then from there we chain 1, 2, 3, and that one becomes our first double crochet, and we continue putting double crochet. We continue putting double crochet as we were doing. The only difference is that we are not going backwards. So we chain 1, put a double crochet on top of this double crochet we made earlier, then you chain 1 and make a double crochet in the loop, and continue chaining 1 until the end of the round. In this round we are not going to create the armhole, so you go up to where we have the mark. Okay, we have arrived to where we have the mark, so we are going to create the first armhole. We are going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then put a double crochet in the loop waist is on the other side and remove the mark. So you can see we already have our first armhole, and then from there we continue with our double crochet until we get to where we have the other mark, so that we can create the second armhole. So continue working until the end of the round, until where there is a mark. So we have arrived to where we have the other mark. We are going to put a double crochet, then we chain 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then cross over before removing the mark, and we put a double crochet. Then we can now get rid of the mark. Then from there we continue, or we have already created the second armhole, so we continue until we get where we made the back chain. Continue putting double crochet and a chain. Okay, we have arrived at the back where we have the 6 chains, so we are going to put 6 double crochet on top of every stitch or chain that we made earlier. And from there we join our work with a slip stitch on top of the third chain. After joining, we chain one, then we cut our yarn because we cannot start our work at the middle, at the corner. We are going to go back here on this middle stitch. 1, 2, 3. This is the middle stitch, and put a slip knot and start working our work now, or working the rest of the part of the dress from the center of the back. So we are going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. That is our first double crochet. Then from there we chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and continue with the pattern that we are already familiar with. Put a double crochet, then chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. On every stitch you put a double crochet, then you chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put a double crochet on top of the next stitch, and then continue just the pattern that we were doing here. So continue until you get where we have the chain. We've reached where we made our chain, so we continue with the same pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then a double crochet in our first chain. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Put a double crochet in the next chain. We are not skipping any chain. So continue even when you get to the other part of the underarm. You do the same until the end of the round. We are going to meet at the back here so that I'll show you what to do next. Okay, we have finished the round. Now we are going to join our work with a slip stitch on top of the first loop that we made, and then we are going to join at the third chain. This is 1, 2, 3. This is our third chain. We join our work there and move 3 slip stitch half ones. 1, 2, 3. Then we are on top of the loop now, and we chain 3. 1, 2, 3. This becomes our first double crochet, then a chain, then we continue putting a double crochet on top of every loop, but before landing to this loop we have to chain 1, then a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet until the end of the round. So you can see what we are getting. Continue working until you finish the round. So this is our work. We will now make around 3 rounds, alternating the second row and the first row, and then from there we will need to make the skirt. Okay, we have made one, two, three rounds, and as I had told you, so what we are going to do is we join our work with a slip stitch at the round chain. So we have one, two, three. We join with a slip stitch here. Sorry, we have to chain 5 first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then we put 1, 2 a slip stitch at the round chain. Then 3 slip stitch happens. 1, 2, 3. Then from there we chain 3, 1, 2, 3. That becomes our first double crochet. And we put another one to make 2. So every loop will be receiving 2 double crochet. Remember, we are now making the skirt of the dress. Continue, finish the round, and once you finish the round, you repeat the second row, but this time don't chain 5, you'll be chaining 6. Okay, we finish the round, so we are going to join our work with a slip stitch on top of the first chain, sorry, the round chain. Then from there we chain 3, 1, 2, 3. This is our first double crochet. Then we will not be chaining 5 this time, we will be chaining 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you put a double crochet in the stitch that follows. Then from there you chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 until the end of the round. So don't chain 5, it is 6. We've reached the end of the round, so we are going to do the final touches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we put a double crochet. Then we chain 6 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we join at the third chain. 1, 2, 3. So this is our first double crochet that we made. We do the joining, we join with a slip stitch. Then from there we move 3 slip stitch upwards so that we are on top of the loop. So we have 1, 2, 3. Remember, the loop is made up of 6, so we are at the top. Then we chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we put a double crochet in the next loop. Then we chain 1, put a double crochet in the next loop, chain 1, put a double crochet in the next loop, and this is how basically we are going to continue this row. So what we are going to do is we will be repeating doing this row, then we repeat this row until our dress is enough. So you'll have to continue and make as long dress as you want yours to be, repeating the first row here and the second row here. So continue working. Okay, this is how far we have gone in our dressmaking. From this area, that is the middle part of the dress, I have made 13 rounds. Now we are going to finish up these rounds and start doing or change our pattern towards the end of everything. So we close sorry, we do the finishing of this round where we are putting double crochet, then chain one. We join our work with a slip stitch at the third chain. Then from there we make 3 chains to stand. The 3 chains is count as a double crochet, and then we start putting double crochet where we end the chain and on top of the double crochet that we made earlier. So here we have a chain, we put a double crochet, then on top of this double crochet we put another one until we finish this round. Then after we are through, I'll show you what we are going to do next. So this is basically what we are going to do. You will not repeat this pattern, the second pattern here, but you continue putting another round of double crochet even on top of the chain. We approach the end of the round, and we are going to close our work with a slip stitch on top of the third chain here. Then from there we chain 3. The 3 chains stands as a double crochet, and then we continue another row of double crochet until the end of the round. Then from there we will change the pattern. So continue putting double crochet all through until we meet here. Okay, we have approached the end of the round. So we are going to do the finishing by putting the last stitch and closing our work with a double crochet, slip stitch at the third chain. Then from there we chain for 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we skip this one and put a slip stitch. Then we chain 4 again, 3, 4, you skip 1 and put a slip stitch in the next stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4, skip 1, put a slip stitch, and this is how we are going to finish up this round. So continue working. I'll meet you at the end of the round. Okay, we've approached the end of the round, so we are going to do the finals. 1, 2, 3, 4. You skip 1 and then we put a slip stitch here. Then we chain 1, 2, 3, and then put another slip stitch in the to join our work. Then from there we chain 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and this time we are going to use a single crochet to join. So we continue this round joining with a single crochet but chaining 4 as usual. One, 2, 3, 4, and then you join on top of the chains that we made earlier. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this time we are using a single crochet, not a slip stitch. So continue working until the end of the round. Okay, we are through with the finishing that we were doing down at the edge of the dress. Now we are going to make 2 long chains for this opening here. This will act as a button, and also another one this will act as a belt for the dress down here. So we start making the long chain, and at this juncture you don't count the chain, you just make as long chain as you want, which will be enough for the belt and also one for the buttons. So you just chain without counting. You make around 150 chains for the belt and then 100 for the one which is going to act as the buttons. Okay, the long chain is ready, so we will start putting the one for the button, which will play the row of the buttons. Just get any hook and hook your chain. Then from there, you insert from the top here, the first loop here. Then you go down to the opposite direction, the first loop here. Then from there you move the opposite direction, just the next loop, and you keep on moving, alternating the opposite signs. Just the same way you tie your shoelaces. So continue working until you get to the top here, and then I'll meet you after that. Okay, we have completed. This is what we have. So we are going to put the belt. I've also made a very long chain belt. Here it is, where we are going to insert, and then it will act as the belt for the dress. So we go to the front and trace the middle. We look for the middle of this dress, and then start inserting at this point, not the big loops but the small loops. And if we can estimate, this is the middle, this is the middle part of the head dress. So we start from here, and this is how you will be moving. Of course, when you have already hooked your belt, leave it at that point and you start moving just as soon in the video. Come in here, go out, in, just alternating until the end of the round, and then be sure not to pull through everything. You repeat to force you to repeat the work.